Raise your hand if you've ever watched One Piece. I noticed when I was watching One Piece that it shares some really interesting symbolic overlaps with Moorish pirates, legends, and conspiracies, and even broader seafaring myths. Yeah, One Piece is supposed to just be a pirate adventure. They also told you that the Moors were simply raiders of the sea. But underneath both stories lies the same code: sovereignty, hidden history, and the battle against empire. Now, historically, the Moorish corsairs, or oftentimes called the Barbary pirates, they operated across the Mediterranean and the Atlantic. Now, they weren't just raiders. They were navigating vast trade routes, sometimes tied to empires, sometimes independent. Now, in esoteric lore and conspiracy, the Moors are framed as keepers of hidden knowledge, navigating between forbidden waters, possibly reaching lands outside accepted maps. Now, they embody the archetype of the outlawed sovereign, free from kingdoms, yet feared and demonized by them. So, when you look closer at the parallels, in One Piece, the pirates aren't just criminals, they are seekers of freedom. Luffy's declaration that being the Pirate King equals being the freest man alive mirrors the idea of the Moors as sovereign outlaws operating outside of empire control. And there's the topic of suppressed histories. Now, One Piece has the void century and hidden paths erased by the world government. Now, this mirrors more conspiracy theories of erased Moorish history, where contributions and explorations were deliberately obscured in colonial narratives. Now, even look at the Grand Line and the Forbidden Seas. The Grand Line is dangerous, chaotic waters that only certain navigators can master, which parallels that mythic sense that the pirates, the Moors, that they had secret knowledge of currents, star maps, and lands beyond the ice or colonial barriers. And even looking at the One Piece treasure, it may actually be less about gold and more about truth, freedom, or hidden history. Similarly, the Moors' legends often carry undertones of esoteric wealth, secret maps, coded knowledge, lost civilizations, and always remember that the world government pretty much equals empire control. So in One Piece, the celestial dragons and the world government hoard truth, enslave populations, and demonize pirates. This reflects how colonial powers demonize the Moors while using their image as justification for domination. In this sense, One Piece isn't just pirate fantasy, it's an allegory of suppressed truths, erased histories, and the eternal battle between those who control the narrative and those who seek to break it. The Straw Hats, that's another clue. The Straw Hats sailed through a world where the government rewrote history, erased a whole century, and demonized the very ones seeking freedom. The Moors, too, were painted as villains while navigating waters, maps, and truths that threatened the empires of their time. Now, this isn't about claiming that One Piece is secretly Moorish history. It's about recognizing how the same archetypes echo through both myth and anime. The One Piece isn't just treasure, it's what every empire fears you will find: freedom beyond their chains, truth beyond their walls, and power beyond their control. That's the paradox. The pirates that they warned you about may have been the real teachers, and the anime that they gave you for entertainment might actually be the map.